ankles are like so common, and I was just like, nope, nope.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to ever have to go on a trampoline. I just fear losing my foot. But guys, welcome back. If you don't know what's going on, you're watching the Legacy of the Ultras. 22 players playing round robin events over the course of the last month and a half, 2 months, and then we got a couple more to go. Almost done with it, but this guy's played some of the most of the matches so far. He's currently sitting #1 on the rankings in the bottom left corner of the map. It's going to be Acer's blue Zerg player Nerchio.
In the top right has the purple Terran. It's Goody.
Bly is so BM, by the way. I just want to point out that Bly, Acer Bly, put 1,000 bets on Goody, not on his teammate Nerchio.
Well, clearly he likes mech players, or Terran players.
So, Goody is frustrating to not just probably play against. I've never played against him, but he's frustrating to watch, and I can only imagine it extends to the players as well. He plays a very defensive style of mech. He plays a very slow style of mech. He plays a very turtle style of mech, and he's just he wins with this tactic, and it's frustrating for most. The difference is, though, and we haven't seen enough of Goody in Legacy of the Void to know for sure, but the way he typically plays in Heart of the Swarm is not complementary at all to the new units in Legacy of the Void. Not to the faster Banshees, not to the mobility of the Cyclones, and not to the tanks being maneuvered around. I am curious to see how this will go. He's not had the best scores when it comes to the series. In fact, he is sitting there on the bottom with Hearthstone when it comes to overall rankings right now.
Yeah, not so hot. That's, I guess, this is probably the, like, I'm trying to think of the word, but basically it's the top person versus, like, the bottom person, alright? Like, this should be, according to the stats, a stomp for Nerchio. And I think that is going to be the case, just along with the reason that you said it doesn't fit well with the style, plus Nerchio just seems really good in Legacy of the Void.
He's been cocky as hell in the lobby, too, so I mean, lots of things just adding up to Nerchio having a good day, I guess.
I guess so. Should be thinking that he's going to be an easy 3-0, no matter what he does. But what does he do? Does he go Roaches? Does he go for a Spire? I guess it's really only 2 options. I guess you could Speedling all in. We've been seeing a couple of those thrown out, like the Maga.
If you do any other option, you leave yourself so susceptible to tank drops, which are just common right now. Well, pardon the cough, guys. I'm sorry. I've been really bad about muting that today. Normally, I'm not too bad about it, but today, I don't know. I'm falling apart. These Marines are going to push out of the base, kill a couple of the Lings. Even the... Why? Goody, why? What did the bot do to you? He's cleaning your base!
Not cool, bro.
Where's Nerchio's?
Cool.
Where's Nerchio's? Okay, I can't see through Fog of War as an observer, that's right. Oops.
It's right here. Oh, whatever. To the left, to the left, to the left, to the left.
Oh, there we go.
There he is.
Hey, Tomaton.
Hey,
what's up, buddy? You're safe and sound down there. The bad man over here can't hurt you. Don't worry.
It's kind of cute. He's got a little face.
I like the little scrubber bots. I think those are the best ones. They're kind of like these, but they're like actually clean.
Yeah, what do these do, actually?
They're automated.
To do what?
To be automated. The Automaton 2000.
What if they're like, you know,
what more do you need to know?
They're automated pets, kind of like the dog you get in Mass Effect. So, but they've gotten lost, and they're just out on like shipyards and whatnot.
You don't get a dog in Mass Effect? What?
Yeah, you do. In the 3rd one, if you get the Collector's Edition, you can get a Robo Dog.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I know it's the stupid fish the trainer like drowns on you.
There's the hamster. Wait, what?
Space hamster, yeah.
Trainer drowns your fish?
If you don't transfer them over properly or something, she says they like died, and I just assume it's by drowning because how else do you kill a space fish?
Oh, you mean like from like Mass Effect 2?
Yeah.
I don't. Well, I would kill the fish all the time, not on purpose. Just like Mass Effect 2, it was impossible to keep your fish alive. But then you get like the scrubber in 3.
But you get the bonuses if you transfer them over.
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't care that much.
And one of them gives you like a different armor.
I like my dog. He goes woof 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 or something like that.
Like
He's a robot.
Can you do it again? Can I get that impression again?
No.
Alright, this is an odd drop. This is 2 Widow Mines, a Marauder, and 2 Marines. I mean, I don't hate this drop, but it is weird to say the least. Goody, by the way, to point out, playing Bio? Question mark.
Well, okay then.
I mean, I guess if you've got a play style that's been found out and people expect you to play a certain way, there is nothing better to do than play something different than what you're expected to. But Hellions run through to the 3rd. Don't really get a lot of kills here, sadly. And ultimately, this has not been the greatest attack. Now, if Nerchio doesn't clean up the Widow Mines, this could be deadly. There's a layer so far out. There's no Spore Crawler coming down. I don't think he's remembered that these are here.
Guess not.
Oh, okay, he did. He was just playing to the absolute, like, last second possible.
That should be able to burrow. Yep.
Well, even so, I mean, like, it's denying mining right now, which isn't too bad.
Okay, did they change the way that the mechanic works in the Widow Mine?
I think it just barely is one grid space too far away that if it targets the one on the return to the gas, it can and it gets lost inside.
Barely. I don't think I've ever seen that happen. Either gets lost inside or it hits one. It doesn't retarget 6 times.
Well, now you have seen everything, girl.
Yeah, now I can die, but please don't kill me.
I can die. Not happy, but just die.
Yeah.
Unfortunately not being focus fired. That second Widow Mine shot ends up being an absolute waste. Bio at the top of the ramp, though, probably not too scared. It's such a small amount of banelings. I don't think he could have even busted the depot with that anyway. So, command center being lifted to stay safe. Probably re-land this in a second. See if he throws down a bunker. At least a turret for detection. Not a bad move. Really not a bad move at all.
Yeah. We'll have to see how good his splits are, man. Like...
Well, Goody's actually... okay, so there were some instances where we saw him play Bio on maps where mech wasn't working a long time ago. Polar Knight, he would do all the cheese, so it's not a good example, but some of those smaller, tighter 2-player maps, we'd see him pull out Bio, and I gotta be honest, I don't think I've ever been so far as to say his Bio is bad, but it's never impressed me. I've never been like, wow, oh my god, it's the next Yaxi in training. It's always been like, okay, Goody, you tried, but good game.
Whatever happened to that guy?
Yaxi? Yeah, I don't know. So him and Rain were having some troubles with my insanity from what I heard about just like showing up for events. And Josh, he left because he wanted to join like a bigger team, I guess, living in Korea. I don't know about Rain, by the way, just side note. But Josh, as far as I know, I think he's on Spenu now, isn't he?
Oh, maybe that is right. I don't. Don't recall.
I know he's in for like one way or the other. I think it's Spenu. I could be wrong, however.
Yeah, you're probably right. They're the ones that are picking up more players. That MVP was already full, I guess. Well, you have this drop, and it looks like it was undetected for quite a while. So the Lings there are no Banelings to help out. These Lings are choked in. This is a pretty effective drop even if it gets picked up.
I almost wish I would have seen him target fire down the Noodleisks instead. Like, killing a lot of Lings on his way out.
The problem with a drop like that is that while it's effective in the grand scheme of like minerals versus minerals, he didn't clear up creep with it. He didn't kill any drones with it. He didn't even get like a queen, so like the larva injector is still going on. The command of the game still goes into Nerchio's favor, big time. Goody is playing a pretty passive style of Bio, which doesn't do well most of the time. It has its places. But usually it's the sign of someone who's kind of afraid of a Zerg player, which is not what you wanted.
Well, I don't know about afraid, but it's definitely like if he's playing mech, you're used to doing this, right? You rally at home, you put a bunch of siege tanks in siege mode, put some planetaries down, boom, Bob's your uncle. Bio is not really the case. And I think the thing I'm worried about most is like those medevacs only just now coming out. I mean, he can't really afford to even so much as stim his army. Yeah,
that's pretty bad. That's weird. It's just that when players get demolished by a Zerg player, or when players are usually mech players and don't play Bio, like their first instinct is to cower, at home, get to 4 bases and think like, okay, this is how it's gonna go. And that's not bad necessarily, but you give up a lot of ground when you do that. So you let them get to hive, you let them get good upgrades, you let them have dominant creep spread, and while your army is pretty damn good, it takes a long time to get past all that creep spread. So you get there with a Marine Widow Mine army and they have like 7 ultras and you're like, oh shit.
Nerchio is very much all over the map, but oh my god, it's a lot of Banelings coming in. Even though these units are split and there's Marauders and Hellbats, I still think this might be enough Banelings to just roll through. Maybe. Asterisk it comes from the left side as well. Big surround, big crap in. constricts everything within these lanes. Keep pushing with the banelings. Medevacs pick off, most of them picked off by these mutas. This is not looking good for Goody at all. Or Goody.
No, it is not. Nope, that's that can happen, I guess. You give your opponent too much time to be very comfortable, and they're always going to be prepared. And you walk on a creep like that, well, you're not going to do so hot.
Yeah, I think that's the problem with Goody playing as passive as he did. But Nerchio's starting to throw away a little bit, so maybe not quite over. 72 drones is still quite the number to work with, and of course he's got all these bases. He's got this map control under his finger. I don't imagine Nerchio is sweating it too badly versus Goody right now.
No, he's not. I mean, he's looking forward to getting the ultras. Ultras, easy A move, man. 8 armor, no problem.
8 armor and a movie. 3-3 finishing up here for Goody soon. I mean, at least he'll be able to keep up with the ultras as far as dealing damage goes. That Chitinous plating is such a bastard to have to chew through.
Yes, it is. Oh, I didn't really see the surplus too. Therapists. Okay, well. So they will be fully upgraded by the time they're out and about, but there'll be so many of them, it might not matter.
Well, it's still gonna be 6 armor with Chitinous. So that's a lot of armor to consider.
Yeah, that's true. He's also going to have to take a fight over on the 4th, so if he takes a fight at his 3rd, it's a ramp, right, into a somewhat of a choke. And that's where you put down SimCity and the Ultra's derp. Take one on a newly established 4th with no SimCity and a pretty wide part to get all of your ultras in there surrounding the army. That's gonna go well for Nerchio.
Pretty wide. This is like the most wide.
Yeah. That creep spread's also just keeping on going and going and going. Even on the right side, which is the one place that Goody cleaned up. He just planted back down all the creeps in betweens.
I think he's hoping to get a lane under there before the creep did fully recede. However, turrets and Hellbat is going to keep him from investing into it. 35 more banelings coming out of Nerchio. He's looking for a big fight after this for sure. God. 46, pardon me. 46. Wow. Half the army in ultras, the other half in banelings. A couple of mutas in the sky. Meanwhile, I mean, Goody up on the high ground like this is not a problem. Goody, if he starts putting tons of turrets down, great. Maybe up with the mutas. But still, between the Ultralisks, the Lings, and the banelings, I don't know how he holds any of this.
Well, by hoping that Nerchio overcommits, I guess, into a choke or something like that, which is entirely possible, but this is kind of a fake push. Wasn't a whole lot of units. The real army's on the left side. It just crushes through most of everything.
Well, there goes all the SCVs. Down to 34 workers. The Marines also going to fall. GG is called, and Nerchio will take game number 1. I don't think anyone's too surprised about that. Nerchio is a good player after all. Fortunate for Goody. We'll see what the next